Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to today's live session. We're on day number 32, and the conversation that we're going to have today has the potential to take your life from where you are stuck at today to the 10x of that level, not in a few years. But in just a few weeks, maybe a few months at max. Because what we're going to talk about are not strategies and not tips or tricks or something else that you can do to get to the massive success that you want. No, what we're going to talk about is something so important and so fundamental that it doesn't matter what field you're working in, it doesn't matter what your goals are in life, it doesn't even matter where you come from or the kind of upbringing you have had. In each and every situation, in each and every scenario, these fundamentals apply, and that fundamental is what we're going to address today. So better be ready with having your full focus here, because I'm telling you, this conversation is really going to impact you. It's going to shift the direction with the way you act, the way you lead, the way you are in your life, provided that you are here and you are paying it enough attention. So I have a question to ask you first before I get started on this, and that question is, when you think of a successful and happy life, what is the vision that you get? Really think about that for a second. And don't think about the cars and the palaces and the mansions and the money. All of us know that. All of us get that. I want you to go a bit deeper than just those surface level ambitions and ask yourself, why do I want those ambitions in the first place? And when you go deeper, right, you will find one primary answer. A lot of people believe that answer means, oh, I want it because I want a high status in life. I want to show off. I want to be, the one, the extraordinary person. And yes, that's true to some extent. But I'm going to differ from that and tell you that actually, no, that's not the real reason you want the big goals. It's not. I know you would like to believe it, or some people would like you to believe it so that then you become a minimalistic person who lets go of all their desires. But I'm not even talking about that. I'm not talking about proving yourself to others. I'm not talking about having a certain status or a position in life. No, the real reason you have these visions of success and you have these goals in your life, no matter which area they are in, is because you want to show to yourself what you are capable of. That's the real reason. I know you've not thought of it this way before, but really, really think about it. Take a moment and imagine, go back in your past, go back to your school days, go back to your college, go back to your first job, go back to the first business you built, go back to the first relationship or friendship that you had that really became a success for you. And you will notice a common pattern there. And the common pattern there is, you have always broken through barriers, you've always broken through challenges, and you have done new things you didn't even think you were capable of doing. That's the power you unlocked, and that power is what gave you the success and the fulfillment that you had always been craving for. And I'll prove this to you with just a simple example. Imagine this. Tomorrow morning, you wake up with $100 million in your bank account. You had no idea where it came from. The government is in a good mood, so they're like, okay, we're not going to charge you any tax on it. The money is yours. The bank is okay with it too. It's like heaven on earth. So now you can buy the dream car you want. You can have the success that you want. You can have everything and anything that you want. But it's just there for you like that. You've not done anything for it. You've not changed for it. You've not grown for it. And then in that moment, all of that material success, does it really feel fulfilling? And you'll find out that deep in your heart, the answer is no. It does not feel fulfilling. It does not feel like the kind of success you want to have, because honestly, you weren't even behind those materialistic goals in the first place. That are good to have, that are nice to have, of course, there, I'm not against them at all. But what you were really after was that deep sense of inner fulfillment, and of knowing that you've continuously been tapping into the edges of who you are capable of becoming. We think success is a journey of having, of accumulating, of doing, of achieving, but no, success is a journey of becoming. And when you realize that, you will understand the power that is there in breaking your mental barriers, in breaking your challenges, in breaking your limiting thought patterns. Because understand this one thing, if success is about becoming, then who you are inside is the real true metric of how successful you can be as a person. It doesn't matter if there are $10 in your bank account, or 100 rupees in your bank account, or 100 crore rupees in your bank account. That doesn't matter. What matters is what kind of a person are you within. How do you handle challenges? How do you deal with barriers? How do you show up when life demands you to show up? And that cannot be bought by money. Yes, you can use that money to fast track your success by going to a coach, by learning all of these concepts, by gaining all of these skills. But money alone does not solve these problems for you. Money alone does not build character. Money or material success alone do not give you the fulfillment you desire. Becoming does it for you. And in that becoming, the most powerful act you can do is to understand the power that your mind holds. Right now, we're speaking to each other. You can hear me, I can hear you. You're either looking at a laptop screen or a desktop screen or a mobile screen in front of you, but it's a tiny rectangular box that I'm in, that I'm seeing you. At the same time, I am not talking to you directly because you're not in front of me physically. I am talking into a rectangular box that is in front of me. That's my phone, that's my camera. And yet, you can hear me in real time. You can sense my energy. You can sense the connection that we're feeling here. And yet, we could be worlds apart. You probably could be watching this from America right now while I'm here sitting in India. And yet, we are connected here in real time. Now, physical bodies did not create this reality, our minds did. The minds of the people who invented the internet, the minds of the engineers who created these whole things like smartphones and technology and laptops and internet and so much more. 50 years ago, telling people that this was going to be a reality. Oh my God, no one would have believed it. And yet, here we are as humanity. And despite so much proof of our own capability, what do we choose to get stuck in? Can I really do it? Will it really happen? What if I try and I fail? And all these mental barriers, all these mental resistances that stop you in your tracks before you've even taken any action. That is the barrier you have to break. And the moment you do it, the moment you start believing in the capability and the power that you have, not just today, but who you are capable of becoming, success becomes effortless for you. Greatness becomes effortless for you. The pursuit of growth becomes effortless for you because then you suddenly realize it was not about chasing in the first place. It was not about arriving somewhere. It was always about who you turned into as you went on to the journey. You see, if Steve Jobs had set this goal that I want to create a device that works so perfectly that anybody and everybody can always connect with each other, and it works like a technicalities he would have gone into, and he wouldn't have been able to create the success that he has created. He wouldn't have been able to create the iPhone. He wouldn't have been able to create so many innovations in the tech industry. You know what pushed him to do that? If you read his book, if you watch his movie, it was not just about making the next big thing. It was about seeing What was Steve Jobs himself capable of creating? What new innovation could he bring? What new power? What new changes? What new challenges could he himself deal with? And as a result of that, his mind was always aligned to innovation. His mind was always aligned to service. His mental resources were not going into worrying about how he looked, or worrying about the way people judged him, or worrying about whether he was a success or a failure. His mental resources were directed to becoming that best version of himself. And even though cancer may have cut his life short by many years, when he passed away at just 55, the impact that he's left on this world on those 55 years is beyond what people do sometimes in many lifetimes. Now, how did he do that? How did he create that legacy? Because this cage, these thoughts, these barriers, he had broken them. He had focused on the goal that he had, not in terms of again arriving somewhere, but in terms of becoming someone good, becoming someone great, becoming someone extraordinary. That's the standard he set for himself. You know why Apple is the most valuable company in the world today in terms of their valuation and finances? It's not because they're doing the best in business, it's because they are following the directives that Steve Jobs had laid down as the founder of the company. And those directives are not about maximizing shareholder value. Those directives are not about prioritizing profit right now. Those directives, they are about who Apple is as an organization. How do they show up for customers? How do they treat the customers? How do they add value in the customer's life? All those directives, all those ethics, all those codes of conduct, they sound fancy terms, but if you really think about it, they are the foundation and the backbone of the success that Apple has achieved, not because of Steve Jobs, but because this concept works, because the ideals work, because success is the pursuit of becoming, not the pursuit of achieving. Today, Apple doesn't have to think about how do we become successful. No, Apple already is successful. They just continue to do one thing or the other to become more and more and more successful. So, the question for you today is, are you willing to look beyond the mental cage that you might be stuck in? The thoughts that might be limiting you right here in the present moment. Are you willing to look beyond what is your current reality today and dream of a reality that doesn't exist yet, but you become the person who can will that reality into existence, and magic will start happening in your life? That is the power of your thoughts, that's the power of your mind, because what you align the resources to is the magic that you are able to create. So today, as you sign off from this video, I just want you to carry one message with yourself. I just want you to ask yourself this one question: if success is about becoming, who do I want to be? Take some time to define that for yourself today. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be extraordinary. It doesn't have to be something out of the world, something noble. It has to be real for you. It has to be your truth. Because the biggest mistake you can make here, the biggest mistake anybody can make at this stage when they're pursuing success, is to choose the nice answer over the real answer. It is to choose the perfect sounding answer over the answer that truly resonates. For the moments when you are answering this question, if success is the pursuit of becoming, who do I want to be? Well, then there I have only one question for you. Can you today choose the real answer and not the nice answer? Can you today choose the answer that resonates and not the perfect sounding answer? Because you want to be you, not the perfect copy of someone else the world appreciates and accepts. You will lose yourself in that. So be quirky, be weird, be yourself, doesn't matter. But show up for yourself. Answer this question for yourself today with full honesty, full integrity, full sincerity. And I can promise you, The clarity, certainty, and confidence you will get from just doing this one thing, it's next level. And as I made the promise to you at the start, this has the potential to unlock massive success for you, not a few years, but maybe in a few weeks or months, is because when you become a new person, when you consciously create that person, you don't lose out on who you are intrinsically, but you also raise your standards to such a level that success becomes inevitable for you. It's a cycle. It's like a ripple domino effect, but it cannot come from outside in. It has to grow from inside out. And when it grows from inside out, it shows up in everything you do. It shows up in the excellence you have. It shows up in the tiny things that you take care of. It's all possible. It's all there. Everything that you admire about successful people, it's already there within you. This question is going to help you bring that out. This question is going to help you gain that clarity and break you free from all the mental barriers and the challenges and thoughts that you have been stuck in. So stay with this question, stay with this idea, stay with this focus on the power of your mind. And I'll see you tomorrow once again at 8:30 p.m. And by the way, tomorrow at 9 p.m., right after the session, I am doing a very special workshop. It's the Get Unstuck, Take Action, and Achieve Big workshop, where we'll be building upon this idea, where I will show you exactly why you keep getting stuck in the same cycles again and again and again, and how you can finally live your dream life, not starting later, but starting from those 90 to 120 minutes of the session itself. It's going to be magical. And for the people who show up, there are two special bonuses that I'll be announcing at the end of the webinar. So make sure you show up there and you're there till the end. The link is prabhsimratgill.com slash 90min, MIN. That's 90 minutes, but prabhsimratgill.com slash 90min. Go there, sign up, fill in your details. You'll start getting the emails for that and join the WhatsApp community right after. So you are updated. And with that, I'll see you tomorrow. And I'll also put up the link right in the description of this video as soon as the live session ends. So even if you're watching this later, you can sign up for it and you can join in. It's going to be magical. So sign up for that. And thank you so much for being here. I'll see you once again tomorrow, not just at 8:30 p.m., but also at 9 p.m. Bye. Have an amazing night ahead and spend some time reflecting on this question.